Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, a lot to be learned. So look around.
It's still Negro, homie.
But I've been watching a lot of TV lately, and let me tell you something. Lately, a lot of sports stars have started coming out the closet all of a sudden on TV. A couple of years ago, there was a basketball player, then a boxer and a football player. They all came out the closet. Look, it didn't bother me they came out the closet. What really bothered me was how the whole country reacted. They're like, oh my God, they came out as gay, and they're in the NBA. They're so brave. They're so courageous. Oh my God. And I'm thinking, really? In 2021? Gay people, get over yourselves. We don't care no more. We don't care that you're gay. And plus, by the time you come out as gay, we've known you've been gay for 10 years. My nephew came out of the closet to me. This is my favorite nephew. I love this kid to death. And I knew that that moment of him coming out to his favorite uncle was a huge moment in the kid's life. But I had to bite my lip to keep from laughing. Because he walked up to me, he was like, Uncle Alex? I need to talk to you. And I know that you're a comedian, but this is no time to be funny, okay? You're my favorite uncle. And you've always treated me with love and respect. But I've been living with a secret. And I'm scared that when I tell you my secret, your love for me will decrease. I swear to God, he said decrease. Then he said, but I'm just gonna do it, okay? Because I can't live the lie anymore. I'm gay. And all I could do is stand there and go, what? For real? Like, I'm glad you figured that shit out. I know he was gay when he was 9 years old, dancing to the Barbie doll, singing En Vogue. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Say decrease?
Decrease. So there you go. That is that's the clip from Mr. Alex Ortiz. The reason why we're on here is we're going to introduce him to the city of San Antonio. San Antonio is always late to the new shit, so shit, let's get him on right now. So what he's going to have a comedy show. Talk that shit.
He will be here Friday, April 1st, 9 p.m. Saturday, April 2nd, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. 2 shows. You can catch him at Upstage Comedy Lounge, 4441 Walsham Road, San Antonio, Texas. And you get your tickets at CertifiedFunnyComedy.com. Alex Ortiz.
Or if you're like one of the regular minorities, you just get them at the door since y'all don't like to order shit early. Bring your friends. We have some really good dope shows. I don't say we, but Upstage Comedy Lounge has really good shows out there, like great shows.
Yeah, great shows.
There's one last weekend. They had four women were out there. Man, Just Niche. She wasn't out there, but she was part of the women's tour. Who else was out there?
Funny by Nature tour. It was Ashima Franklin, Crystal Powell, and Kelly Kells.
A great show, and y'all missed out on it. But again, we're on Alex Ortiz right now, and this is going to be another funny gentleman. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome,
Mr. Alex Ortiz.
That shit sounds
we need one of those. Like it's 1,000 people out here watching.
Yeah, that shit sounded professional. Are you with us, Alex?
Dylan, I'm right here, Papa. I'm right here.
He was muted. Is he unmuted? Is his picture up right now?
Alex.
Yo.
Turn him up. Sorry.
I'm right here.
Is he talking?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Turn that one up that was down.
I'm right here.
Yeah. There you go. We hear you.
We had a double intro. We messed it up. My bad, man.
Yeah, we had a nice little segue and everything. What's going on, Mr. Alex?
chilling like a villain here in El Paso right now, getting ready to do some shows here in El Paso this week, and then next week San Antonio. So kind of doing a Texas run right now.
First time in Texas, second, third?
No, sir. I was stationed out in Fort Sam Houston for 2.5 years back in the day when I was becoming a nurse in the Army. So
that's where I was born there.
Yeah.
You born for Sam?
I born at Bamsey, the old Bamsey.
Oh, me too.
Not the new one. Yeah.
I was born there too.
That's where I trained. So yeah, I started out Army nurse there, and then I've been to El Paso 1,000 times down here at Fort Bliss, and going across to Juarez, partying like a crazy. You know how we do.
Well, shit. Welcome back to San Antonio. So, in the clip, funny clip, by the way, that shit's really a thing, and it's not only crazy, kind of just going to something different. You've been watching the news. You're a sports fan, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we have this woman who is kicking ass right now in the swimming events.
Not a woman.
You heard about it, I assume.
Yeah, it's not a woman. It's a guy swimming against women. That's not fair.
So you agree with? So we've been talking about it, and we've always said that. Like, I don't understand. I get transgender. That's not even the conversation. But when you're talking about the fairness of a sport or of anything, that shit seems kind of slanted, right?
Yeah, well, men are built. We're denser. We're built to be denser. Our muscles are thicker than women's. I mean, women have to work hard to get even close to what a man's physique would be on a normal man. So a guy is always going to have the advantage of being just stronger. We're harder. You know, we're built stronger. We're built tougher, and it's hard. I don't see how a woman's going to compete with a guy, especially in something like boxing or like they got him in MMA now.
Yeah, I've seen that. We've had that discussion because I'm a parent to 3 kids, 2 daughters. So, and all my kids are in sports. I'm not gonna be in the stands happy if my daughter not gonna get a second place trophy. She's getting the one from him. Oh, yeah. If I have to go down there and take it out this man's hands,
I would have punched that girl in the nuts. I would have. I would have punched her dead in the dick. I promise you.
I ain't doing all that, but.
I would have thumped that. Yeah, I mean, because it's not fair, man. It's like these women, their whole lives have been training for this event, and this is their collegiate level. Some of these women are going to make it to the Olympics. Most of them aren't. And this is their last event, and some of their senior years, and they have the time to make history or make a PR or just do something very great, get a medal for their team, and to come to find out that you're racing him. And it's just one of those things where they need to do something in the collegiate level. I mean, something has to be done.
It makes no sense at all to me that a guy can even compete with women at all, or women compete with men. It just doesn't make any sense because we're built different. It's 2 different built bodies. I mean, mechanically, we're built different than women are. And you know, women go through stuff that we don't go through. We go through stuff they don't go through. But to have them compete against each other doesn't make any sense because we're at different levels physically.
And to even let the people know how unfair this shit is. As a man, he was 462. As a woman, he's number 1. So you can see the competitive advantage alone.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Like, it's not even close. Like, come on, man.
And it's crazy because they'll have, like, you know, when you're making that transition or whatnot, you take the hormones so you don't have. But the thing is, his whole body for 15, 16, 20 years has had the testosterone, has had the muscle build, has had the muscle mass. He's already 6'9", you know what I mean? So there's really nothing you can do about that. Like, it's
I
just
think he
unfair.
could have walked in the water and beat them.
I wonder how they handle the. I wonder how they handle the locker room situation. Like, does he shower with them, or does he have to go to a whole different locker room? That's what I'm interested in.
I want to see video. I want to see video of the transgender and the girls in the shower. Sounds like a good porno.
I can see.
Put it on OnlyFans, sell it for $3.99. Goddamn.
The title gonna be wet. The title wet.
That's funny. Nah, I'm interested, man. I feel like if you can't be in the same locker room, you shouldn't be able to compete in the same field or court or pool or whatnot.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like, I mean, when gay dudes fight, that to me, like if two guys are gay and they're in in an argument, and the cops show up and they fighting, the cops should just close the door and let them fight it out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to a man and a woman, there is no I was brought up that way. There is no reason a man should ever put his hands on a woman ever for no reason at all. Dad taught me that. So the idea of a guy putting his hands on my daughter in a wrestling match or in any kind of, I beat the shit out of everybody.
I told you, I'm flicking him in his nuts. I'm flicking her all in her dick.
I think Alex once said if he can't win a fight here, did you say he gonna bite his dick? I can't remember what you said.
I'll bite the dick not to lose a fight. Damn.
Hey, Alex, man, that's a fight I'm gonna have to lose, bro.
Hey, no, I'm not losing. My Uncle Gloria taught me that move.
Gloria.
He said his Uncle Gloria. Hey, is that story about your favorite nephew? Is that true?
Yeah, his name is Daniel. He's my favorite nephew. I love him. I knew he was gay when he was about 3 years old. My wife, I looked at him. I said, "That kid's gay." My wife said, "How you 3 years old? How do you know?" I said, "But it's not something that happens. It's either you're born that way or you're not. That kid's gonna be gay." He started coming up and he started getting more and more feminine. And then when he went to high school, they sent him to an all-boys high school. I was like, you might as well write that check now. You can send him to an old country buffet and shit to go get like a gang of dicks to play with.
That's funny. That's hilarious. No, because I don't know. I agree. Like is it as taboo as it used to be? Like coming out, is it really like that? I guess after the first person did it.
Imagine the guys in the 70s and 60s who got their asses kicked. You know, people have gotten killed for being gay in other countries, and now somebody will be like, they persecuted you. You persecuted at all. The gay people running shit. You can't even make gay jokes without getting turned off on every channel unless you pay for that.
And you make a lot of them.
I'm gonna be like, hit that Joe Budden button. Hit the hold on. Finish talking. Go ahead.
What? Oh, we good. I say you make a lot of them, but you still pushing though.
Yeah.
Are you? Are you with the censoring your material, or you just fuck it and just go all out?
I don't give a shit about nobody. I don't care how they feel. It's not about them no more. It stopped being about them a couple years ago, when we worried about the crowd too much. That's when you hear comments coming out. Oh, they was kind of tight. Oh, they wasn't feeling me. So nah, that was you. You can't blame the crowd. You have to be ready to go. No matter who the crowd is, you got to be ready to change up your whole. Sometimes people don't feel gay shit, so you got to switch it up. You got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, don't stay on it too long.
I'm gonna go on my Joe Budden shit.
Go ahead.
You gotta turn it up. You gotta turn that thing up.
Oh.
Continue to have technical difficulties.
Nah, he trying to. I guess he got a sound
like
bite.
guys and girls.
Yeah.
I like guys and girls. Spread the word. I'm down.
He said that.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Wait. Like sexually?
Yeah.
Joe Budden?
Yeah. No, because he was joking because everyone's talking shit, and he was like, "Man, I need to be popping." So he's like, "I'm just gonna be gay or say that." And then he ain't got to worry about the LGBT community talking shit to him and stuff like that.
Boys and girls.
Because I like boys and girls. So that's what we did.
I like guys and girls. Spread the word.
Girls,
I'm down.
I'll beat the shit out of the whole LGBT community if I got to. I'll bite all they did. I don't give a fuck.
I think you and Dave Chappelle got a fight going on. We can do that shit on pay-per-view.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Chi-Town, man. You from Chi-Town, huh?
Originally South Bronx, New York, where all Puerto Ricans come from, and now Chicago. Yeah.
All Puerto Ricans. The lineup of people that you came up with, man, it was pretty impressive, man. From the D-Ray Davises to the Mac, Cole, Deion Cole. Who else did you work with? Come out with?
Yeah, Deion Cole, George Wilborn, Tony Schofield, Lil Rel Howery, Hannibal Buress. I mean, these are all people from Chicago. T.J. Miller.
What's the one we was talking about?
Deion Cole.
No, the one with the suits. God God damn it, his name. He wear them big suits. We were just talking about. You say you saw him in New York or something.
Steve Harvey?
Shut up, man. Hold on. It's gonna come to me.
Who the fuck?
Nah, hold on.
We saw him in New York.
With me, I got lucky with
Talent?
Damian Williams.
That's him. That's him.
Oh yeah, Damon Williams.
This nigga said Steve Harvey.
Nigga, he wears them big ass suits. I got a Steve Harvey suit. That shit I can't wear it no more because it's all big. Niggas wearing tight suits now.
Damian Williams is hilarious.
Wearing the suit.
Yeah, I can't wear the goddamn suit no more. Shit was out of style 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I got lucky right away with Damian Williams because Damian Williams, is one of the coolest people, bar none, in comedy. He's also one of the most helpful. Like, he's helped a lot of people get started. He's helped D. Ray Davis get started and all those guys back in the beginning. But it was the third time I ever told a joke. I came around the corner, all jokes aside, and Bernie Mac was standing there.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Come here, motherfucker." He said, "My name is Bernie Mac." I said, "I know who the fuck you is." He said, "You're funny than a motherfucker. I want you to come down on my room on Tuesday nights. I want you to tell some motherfucking jokes on my room on Tuesday motherfucking." So I started hanging out with Bernie Mac on Tuesday nights. He kind of helped me, kind of coached me. He became part of the community. He became like a mentor. Him and Damon Williams are the two that I my whole comedy career is because of Damon Williams.
That's what's up,
Man, you almost made me cry, man. Bernie Mac is one of those comedians that I feel like is once in a lifetime, once in a generation. And you making that voice, like, you actually sound exactly like him. When I'm gonna get off your dick, that's the only compliment I'm gonna give you for the day.
But that's dope. One time we were out of town working. I was opening for Bernie. We got fucked up at a bar.
Uh-huh.
And I got Bernie to do karaoke. We was fucked up, and I talked his shit, and I was like, "Come on, you gotta do karaoke." He said, "I don't do no motherfucking karaoke." I said, "Come on, Bernie, you gotta do some. I don't do no motherfucking karaoke." So finally, he got fucked up, and he said, "All right, Lex, we gonna do some karaoke." So I picked the song, and to watch him do "Sexy Motherfucker" by Prince was one of the greatest fucking moments of my life, because he was up there just "Sexy Motherfucker." Sexy Motherfucker. It was one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Where's the video, man? Was this before flip phone type shit?
This was before cell phones and shit like that. Hell yeah.
He wouldn't have did that shit in that era. God, that would have been hilarious. That would have been funny.
8 billion views, man. Are you kidding? He was just there losing his mind. Sexy motherfucker. Shaking that up.
Who is the most prolific comedian you've ever worked with? Like just bar none, like just a great time, great guy.
All right, well, Damon Williams, number one, is
really
one of the coolest. Not only is he funny on stage, but one of the realest, coolest dudes you'll ever meet. But to watch on stage, Lavelle Crawford. Lavelle's a genius.
You know what about Lavelle? Lavelle actually seems like a real nice guy in real life.
Yeah, he's real nice, but he's got he blocked me on Twitter. He's got a vindictive streak. He don't like being one up ever. So we got into a Twitter battle one time, and I won up him, and he just said "fuck that" and blocked me.
Oh, petty ass.
And I love Lavelle. Like when I first saw Lavelle, because I saw him on Comic View before I knew who he was.
Uh-huh.
And then I did the show. And he happened to be on the show, and when I walked in the room, I saw him, and I was like, "What the hell?" And hugged him like we knew each other all our lives, and he was like, "Get this Puerto Rican motherfucker off me."
He's hilarious, man.
He's hilarious. Live, I've seen him do 2 hours of live, just losing his mind on stage, and I thought that one day I want to be that good.
Yeah, he's a genius up there.
His improv is dope too.
He had one of the greatest jokes.
Off the top of his head, he's a monster.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes, to me, having shows, and of course everyone has their skit, but when comedians can go off rip and just start getting into the crowd and just talking and just doing what the fuck they do and making it funny, like that's just... I saw Damon Williams at Improv in Cleveland, probably about 3 years. It was before the pandemic. I never realized he was as funny as he was.
Yeah.
When I sit here and say I was totally impressed by everything he did. And it was crazy because there's this one white boy that came up before him, and he was talking about the first time he slept with a black woman. Oh man, I love y'all, man. And I'm gonna sit here and say this: I love comedians. Like, I never realized until we started doing these interviews with you guys.
Yep.
Like y'all are free therapy. Like the shit y'all talk, man. Like, oh man, I don't think. Do you realize the shit y'all do in real life? Do y'all realize that?
We a lot of the stuff comics come up with is from pain. It's pain. We just turn it into jokes.
The same shit we going
Stuff that
through.
happened in life. Yeah. We just turn it into jokes. That's all.
Man, I don't think I realize. And like I'm going through shit in life to where like I was an idiot. Like I'm a dummy, you know. And like I'm 39, I'll be 40. So like I'm trying to figure life out. Growth is what they call it. It's just bullshit to me, but it's growth. And like a lot of the shit y'all talk about has helped a lot of people. So I thank y'all for that. I thank you for that as well. And it's dope, man. So I mean, if I had again a round of applause button on this shit, I press that though.
It's really a release, man. It's a release when you go sit at a comedy show. Yeah.
I've had people coming to me after shows, and email me and be like, I was having one of the worst weeks of my life, and I got to see you, and you took all that shit away for a little while. Even for that little while, I got to just enjoy life. I was like, that's the best kind of compliment we could get. It's like you take somebody who's having a really bad day and let them forget about their trouble for just a quick minute, man. Just if you could just get a few minutes without feeling that, it's always better.
That shit could change somebody's life, and that's kind of what we need, man. Like if we can get everybody to this show, and just man, I don't think people realize how much of a good time they're missing. The ones that don't go, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why the hell that shit just came out like that.
It sound like you finna cry, man. You good? Niggas lay on the couch, talk to somebody, man. Something going on up in that brain, man. Jesus Christ!
I'm trying to figure shit out, man. I was talking. What'd you say?
What did you just turn into?
I said we got to have people call in and try and calm you down, though.
Yes.
Don't jump, nigga. Don't jump.
Damn, take a deep breath real quick.
It's gonna be okay, man.
Nah, it's pandemic is a motherfucker.
You finna get 100 text messages. Hey, you good?
I ain't gonna respond to nothing. Hey, leave the motherfuckers on red. Let them think something's going on. Fuck. Y'all see me at the show if y'all really care.
Yeah.
$35, goddamn. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. So I was talking to this dude. When I talked to you on the phone, I had no idea. Outside of watching the videos, so I'd have never seen your videos before I spoke to you. I thought you was a whole nigga.
He told me he thought you was black.
I did.
I was black. I was black for many years. I started out on Comic View, was my first TV shot. And then I did Showtime at the Apollo. I did HBO's Bad Boys of Comedy. So it wasn't until I got to like Que Locos I figured out I wasn't black. Ain't black? No.
They started speaking and you started to understand what the fuck they were saying. He was like, oh, I know. Okay. My people.
It was Showtime at the Apollo, funny enough, that kind of put me into the mainstream.
Okay.
Because once I won Showtime at the Apollo, I started doing the improvs and stuff like that. And then boom, that put me in the mainstream.
Showtime on Apollo, was it nervous? I ask every comedian that's been there before.
Yo, the comic in front of me got booed off the stage, like just booed so bad. And then Rudy Rush turned to me and said, "You next." I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm next." Somebody out there have Sandman do some fucking tap dancing or some shit. I'm not going out there.
Who was it? Shane that told us somebody went before him and got booed.
Talent.
So Talent was here. He was here maybe a little over a month ago, and he had a similar Showtime at the Apollo story. He said the comedian before him, like, they booed the dog shit out of him. and it was his turn next, and he said he just went up there, he got him, like, immediately. He say, what was that?
Same thing. I watched him bomb, just get booed off the stage, and I'm standing in backstage like, what the fuck? And I went out there and just 3 minutes and blew it up, got a standing O and came off, and it was like cool. And then after that, I did it a couple more times, and I ended up going against Coco Brown for the whole season, and I beat Coco Brown to win the championship.
That's what's up. So everybody knows the Showtime was it Apollo?
Yeah.
So in person, standing on that stage, like we've seen it on TV. We know the crowd, but like to actually be there.
You never got to shrivel up.
And face that, like, when do your nerves ever, you know what I'm saying, not get the best of you up there?
Most scared I've ever been in my life was right before I walked off stage at the Apollo.
I can imagine.
Like jumping out of a helicopter.
You got booed so bad, he said, boo your ass! And then they were like, you next. Fuck you, I'm next. So you know how they got that little stump that you have to rub? I tried to hump the shit out that stump.
Fuck some good luck into me. Yeah.
Who's your host?
Yeah.
Who was the host for you at that time?
Yeah, Rudy Rush.
Okay.
From the radio, remember?
Yeah.
Rudy Rush. And, what was the name of that chick? The fake one. What was her name?
Is it the
She
fake
was on
one?
the show forever. Yeah, she was on the show forever. When she came in the door, she didn't look none like she did when she came out on TV because they took her back in the makeup room. When she came out, she was a 10. She went in the room at 4. She went in the room like a 4. Kiki Shepard.
Kiki Shepard. Yeah.
She went in the room like a 4.5, 5, and came out a damn straight 10, like dropping. I was like, what? That's a badass room back there. I don't know what the fuck they doing back there, but damn.
She's real life ugly.
Right. What? She wasn't pretty. She wasn't pretty.
Then she was ugly, shit. Can't be sugarcoating shit. Eat that too.
I thought she was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, from what I've seen.
Yeah. She looked good in the motherfucker on TV, but when she walked in the door, I was like, who the fuck is that ugly bitch? They said that Kiki Shepard. No, it ain't.
She fucked around and put a filter on her goddamn face before filters.
She finding them up. I don't know who that shit is right there, but that ain't Kiki right there.
That's horrible.
Must be Rudy.
Rudy got a wig on.
Rudy, get your little bitch ass on back on there. That's crazy. So what do you do what do you do when you're not doing comedy? Because you've done everything. You're in the Navy, you was a nurse, you was a firefighter, you slap niggas' dicks.
Hey, squash that Navy talk. I was Army, dog.
Army it was.
Army, yeah.
Okay, so I can't call you a airman.
No, not a squid, not an airman, not a grunt, none of that. I was straight Army. I was an Army nurse, Army combat medical specialist, and then I became a nurse.
Okay.
And then I became a firefighter in Chicago, and then I became a comedian.
Okay. I used to call my homeboy. He was in the Navy, and I used to call him a soldier all the time. Oh, he'd hate that shit.
He didn't like that shit.
Yes.
I know he didn't like that shit. Yeah.
I call him a soldier. Hey, soldier, get over here. He's like, what the fuck? Mike Clark is his name. He's working with me at AT&T.
That's crazy, Alex. So I heard your take on this when you was talking about like why would somebody work 30 years at one job, retire, and then what? I was like, you know what? Like that makes sense. The way that you see it, like you switch jobs, like you do different things, like you out there living, man. you have something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? You at the same job 30 years, you retired. Like what's next? You know what I'm saying?
I always thought that life was more interesting doing different shit than it was doing the same thing over and over. I never understood the idea of somebody getting up 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the factory, working till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, and then going to the bar, drinking all night, and do the same shit again the next day. I was like, nah, that is
for
not
30
life.
years. That's my life.
Yeah, brother, you hit home right there.
You hit home. I've been at it for 18 years, do the same shit.
Nigga said, fuck you, Alex!
Get up at 3:30 in the morning.
Mad as shit.
Minus the bars. I just take my ass home, go to bed. Yeah, so. That's crazy though. Like that shit like really hit though. I was like, you know what? I've been doing that bullshit.
Well, I've been doing the opposite of you. I've been doing different jobs, but I just been getting fired a lot.
Yeah.
Like my shit look different. My shit ain't like Alex. I just get fired, so I got to find somewhere else to work.
I stayed in trouble with the fire department and the army and shit like that because my mouth never stopped moving. Like I always say shit I think is funny, and certain motherfuckers don't think shit that you say is funny. So I spent a lot of time in the doing push-ups in the army and a lot of time getting written up in the fire department.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Those are like some serious jobs, and you seem like you play a lot.
Nigga, you don't fit in. It's like those pictures. Like, what does not fit in? Nigga, Alex. That nigga.
Motherfucker arm blew up, you playing and shit like, can you quit fucking playing? Suck my goddamn arm back on.
Nigga, I told you to stay your ass at home.
Got a joke about somebody with a one arm. I'm like, motherfucker, really?
Hey, how'd you get into firefighting?
A friend of mine was a firefighter, and he asked me to take the test, and I took the test and ended up getting hired immediately. I never thought about being a firefighter.
Hold on, you took the test. That's a hard ass test. Niggas take that test 5, 6, 7, 8 times, 10 times.
One time.
You over there stunned over there. Yeah, talk your shit, Alex.
I'm a Army graduated nurse. I went to nursing school. I became a nurse. That test was 8 hours when I took it to get my nursing license. So the test for the fire department was pretty. I ended up number 2 on the list. So I got hired immediately.
So you've been smart.
I've been smart pretty much my whole life. Yeah, I was always a straight A student, but I have this stupid, retarded part of me that continues to keep fucking with the smart part. So we in constant battles all the time.
You gotta level yourself out, man. You can't just walk around with your head on all the time.
No.
So how'd you like firefighting? Besides, I mean, it seems like a very thrillful job.
The coolest thing about firefighting was an awesome job. The first time I got into the smoke maze and I came out the other side, I thought this is fucking the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. But the only problem with firefighting is, as much fun as it is, the adrenaline rush, all that shit, is that when you're having a good day, somebody else is having the worst day of their fucking life.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's hard to make that to keep it going and just keep it level at that point, because I come out of a fire thinking, yo, that was fucking awesome, and there's a whole family wrapped in blankets looking at me like, fucking asshole,
That's that shit we were just talking about, Alex.
Yeah, but the time I found 2 kids in the closet dead, that was when I knew I couldn't do it no more.
Can you tell that story? You got to elaborate on that.
I got into a fire. We fought the fire for about 5 or 6 hours. We knocked it down. We finally knocked it down, and then when we go through to make sure that the fire is out, we have to pull holes in the wall and the ceiling to make sure that there's no fire hiding anywhere. And I opened up a closet, and I guess during the fire, these 2 kids got scared and they ran in the closet and closed the door, thinking that would save them. And of course it didn't.
Hold on, time out. So you found him dead in the closet?
Oh yeah, because he said it was after they cleared the fire.
Oh shit!
The fire was done. We were in recovery at that point, and I opened up the closet door. And the kids were about the same age as my kids were at the time. And about 5 and 6 at the time, kids. And I saw these 2 and I couldn't do it. I told them, because I was depressed for about a month and a half where I couldn't even talk to anybody. Like, anyone bothered me. I couldn't find comedy in nothing. So I told my chief, I was like, look, I mean, this is a great job, but the drawbacks are just too big. I couldn't deal with that anymore.
That's crazy. Because if firefighters, I don't know if people realize, but they get called to every accident, car accident, fire, ambulance. Like y'all get called to everything, right?
Car accidents, car fires, any kind of. We even get called out, like if we get really big patients that need to be carried out by the ambulance drivers, they'll call the fire department over to help them carry out these big ass people. So I've been called out for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you'd be busy in San Antonio.
I didn't want to laugh at that.
A lot of big people in San Antonio.
Yeah, after the pandemic, it's got a little bit worse.
Right.
You'll see. The city has gotten bigger since you've been here, sir. We've grown. Oh, you got new land? Nah, niggas just eat.
When I was there, it was one of the friendliest. The women there were friendlier than anywhere else I'd ever been.
Define friendly.
It still is.
Yeah, they was hookers. It was cool.
Okay, yeah, still is.
Yeah, it was a good time down there. 2 years.
Something in the air.
I was like down there slanging dick. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Shit hasn't changed. They're still friendly.
Got his orders.
Oh,
I
good,
gotta leave.
good.
Got your orders. Like, you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Right.
What?
They asked me, did I want to re-up? I was like, can I stay here in this stuff? I can stay here. I'll stay. But if you gonna send me somewhere else, I ain't signing up. So they signed me up for another 2 years.
Shit, that's kind of why San Antonio is a military town. Niggas get out the military and they just live here. They just live here. Either they fall in love with somebody or they have 9 kids running around this motherfucker somewhere, so they just stay.
Can't go.
Can't leave.
If you're Puerto Rican, it's the law. You gotta have 9 kids.
Nah.
How many kids you got, man?
5.
5. Okay. The next question that follows, that all by the same woman?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to be
I
like
was married before, and my wife divorced me when I wanted to become a comedian.
you. Really?
And then I got a younger, hotter wife. And my ex-wife just sitting around mad at the whole world all day long.
That motherfucker, he ain't funny. I don't give a fuck what he said. He ain't. Fuck him.
That motherfucker said a younger, hotter one.
You on some Lavelle, some Lavelle pettiness.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you can't trade down. Fuck that. Why would you trade down?
That's fucking funny.
I'm not giving up my Corolla for another Corolla. Fuck that. You get a BMW or some shit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
With lesser miles.
With lesser miles.
We're gonna get some lesser miles on this. Your Carfax is kind of fucked
They
up.
do say Toyotas last a long time, but goddamn, I still want a new one.
Yeah, this shit just ain't for me. What
But we ain't shit.
Nah, what I just said, nigga. So
I'm not trying to be shit. Fuck it.
it just seems more entertaining. What so that word you're talking about, the name.
Yeah, Spigger.
Bigger. Yeah.
It was genius.
I came up with that one time on stage. I was just talking about how I'm being half black, half. Well, my daddy black. He went in black Latinos like Sammy Sosa used to be.
That's comedy.
Light skin.
That's comedy.
Before he whitewashed himself.
White.
So I was on stage and I said, half black, half Puerto Rican, which is fucked up because I was born a suspect. And then I said, whenever something went wrong back in the neighborhood, they blamed the Spigger. And I said it, and the whole crowd went, oh, and I was like, oh, I like that word. So I went out and bought the website immediately. So that's been my website for 20 years now, www.spigger.com.
Spell it for us.
Oh, it's the way it sounds.
With the hardest of R's.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about Spiggers is I'm the only one.
Oh, Tigger ass. What So listen, real quick, something stupid. If there was, we did and we kind of fucked up on it. If someone had a gun to your head and they told you had to sing a song, one verse, what would it be? And if you get it wrong, you die. No more Spiggers.
One song, one verse.
One song, one verse.
Raspberry Beret by Prince.
Really? You a Prince fan, huh?
Man, when Prince is one of the three guys I would go gig for. I'm not bullshitting that. I love Prince.
Hold on, time out. Hold on, go back. So say that again.
Prince is one of the three guys I would have gone gig for.
So who's the other two?
Ricky Martin and Antonio Banderas. In that order.
Hold on, let me think. So who's number one?
Prince.
Prince is one.
He said in that order.
And Antonio and Ricky Martin, then Antonio?
Then Antonio. Yeah.
How the hell did Ricky Martin beat Antonio?
Because I like the way he shakes his bonbon. It's just
Living la vida loca.
Don't let me find out you in that hotel room with booty cheeks cut out your pants, man.
Hey man, he got
He gonna stand up with an interview like, hey,
the chaps and shit.
no.
Turn the camera off.
excuse me, but I'll be right back.
He got that Eddie Murphy package coming up, a bunch of transvestites coming up the stairs. We got to get off the ad, 4:15, okay?
He gonna have the whole upstage in there with fucking booty cheeks cut all up out their pants and shit.
As long as it. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. So,
My tickets.
hey, one of my dream jobs, I think, would be a bartender at a male gay club.
Wow.
They tip well. No pause. No point intended.
They tip well, huh? They put it in slow, huh?
Big tip.
Put it in real slow for you, huh? You like it slow.
We just gonna put in the tip. That's all.
Hey, why do ladies believe that, man?
I don't care, but as long as they believe it, it's good for me.
Just a tip, that's it. The whole thing in that motherfucker. Like you said, it's too late.
Sometimes some of these motherfuckers, the tip be the whole thing. They got shit left.
Sheesh. Shots fired. God. Hey, if I was talking to this dude the other day.
Talk to a lot of dudes, I see.
I've been having some heart to hearts. They say men don't open up and we don't talk to nobody when we go through shit. And I be trying to talk to you, KK. I be trying to talk to KK about my problems. I be having him on speakerphones or arguments, and this nigga goes dumb. This nigga don't listen. He don't want to give no advice. He don't want no part of it. He like a fucking like
No, I don't get involved in domestic shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my thing.
I be needing this nigga's advice sometimes too.
What I do? Like, what happened?
I'm too old to argue now.
Yeah, that's your fight. Them your kids.
Going off because my wife is younger than me, so she be going off, and I just be sitting there waiting. And when she done, I'm like, "You finished?
Yeah,
You done?
That's exactly how I argue.
We were saying that the ideal, I've said it on the show before, the ideal girlfriend would be your best male friend with a vagina.
Well, I hope I ain't your motherfucking best friend.
I don't even want to think about my best male friend with a vagina, dog. That's just fucked up thinking, like that.
That'd be just no argument. You get to hang out. They ain't got to talk all the goddamn time. I don't think women understand how much they fucking talk.
I think kissing him that beard would bother the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, nigga got to shave too.
Yeah, you got to shave. I mean, just because you got a vagina don't mean I'm gonna be good with the beard. Dog.
Oh yeah, and not just the vagina, but all the other shit.
Oh,
like
okay.
it just all the other shit. Not just that. No hair, hairy backs and all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, my best friend with a vagina and some weed would be perfect. Yeah.
And some weed.
And some weed. That'd be perfect.
You're easy to please, sir. We're gonna make sure we have we're gonna have a sack out here for you once you land.
Fuck yeah, you better, yeah.
What do you drink?
Hennessy.
You are black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only the half black part still drinks. The Puerto Rican part gave it up years ago.
Puerto Ricans never go up alcohol.
Hennessy is what I landed on. I started drinking at 13 with a fake ID, Black Russians, because it was the only drink I knew. And then I graduated to Long Island iced teas, and that shit fucked me up for a couple years. And then I ended up just at Hennessy. That's where I stayed.
Long Island iced teas was the first like drink I would drink in college, and I promise you, I was.
Remember Midnight Rodeo?
Yeah.
Midnight Rodeo used to sell Long Island iced teas for
$5
in a fucking mug.
Yep.
You go in there with $20? They say
$15, $10. We used to go to Midnight Rodeo. So Midnight Rodeo out here in Texas, San Antonio is like a country club, of course, Midnight Rodeo. And we used to go out.
That's the first place I ever heard Cotton Eye Joe and saw like Puerto Ricans go, ah! Run out to the floor. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
They was trying to get one of them white girls. That's it. Well, we used to go to those country clubs before we go to the black clubs because we can get drunk enough for $6, $7, $8. You know, black folks, they be charging $8 for a Crown and Coke with 20 ice cubes in that bitch.
Right.
They don't know how to act right. How is it? How's the night? How's the city out there? Because you live in Chicago still, or are you somewhere else?
I'm Chicago, yeah.
Still, how is it out there in Chicago besides dangerous and violent?
I mean, it's dangerous everywhere. So people talk about. I'm from Chicago my whole life, and I hear all this stuff about how bad Chicago is. And I'm like, nah, it ain't. I've been here my whole life. I've seen worse places. I've been to East St. Louis. I've been to
St. Louis.
In Cincinnati, right near Lexington, Kentucky, that borderline there. I was in Kentucky. There was the worst crack neighborhood in the world. You remember banging in Little Rock?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, people say Chicago's bad, but it's just the same as everywhere else. It ain't no big difference. It's a lot more publicity.
I want to go. I've been to Chicago once. It was cold as shit. Didn't like it. It was around Thanksgiving. I want to go back. I want to go back and check it out.
Come back in the summertime when the weather's not bad. It's beautiful. It's a good food town. It's like New York and Chicago. I'm really spoiled because growing up in New York and Chicago, I'm spoiled as far as food goes. You can't fuck with my pizza. You can't fuck with my hot dogs. And Chicago and New York are both food towns. If you want Chinese food, you go to Chinatown. If you want Italian food, you go to Little Italy. You want Greek, we got Greek Town. So we have a diversified city. So you can get all the best of what you want. We got a whole side of town that's Mexican. You can get the best Mexican food you're ever going to get. So Chicago's a foodie town, and there's a lot of shit to do there. If you want to come hang out, man, come on out, dude. There's a lot of shit to do. Plus, if you want Puerto Rican food, we got a whole Puerto Rican neighborhood for you. You can go down there and get all the shit you want.
Shit, Chicago has a lot of Mexicans out there.
Yeah, on one side. On the south side of town, there's a lot of Mexicans. Where I come from, the northwest side, it was all Puerto Rican.
Yeah, because and I say that because I was in New York and I was in East Boston and shit, and it's like a lot of Hispanics, but they're not Mexicans. They're everything under the sun. So outside of San Antonio and San Diego, you really don't see a lot of Mexicans, right? But I was in actual Chicago, and these motherfuckers are real Mexicans from Mexico. Like just, I was like, what?
18th Street to 55th, man. That's all Mexican.
I was fucking shocked. I was like, yeah, so y'all are Mexican? Like Mexican? You said on your show, you said your wife is half Mexican and half Puerto Rican, and she hates so she hates herself.
Yeah. She's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. She crazy as fuck though. But,
all right.
You know, I gotta tell you, I'm completely attracted to crazy. I like crazy hood rat bitches. That's what I like.
You from Chicago? Come on now. What else?
Yeah, I even dated a girl from Gary, Indiana while I was out here.
She probably wore no shoes outside, huh?
Yeah, not just that, but we almost got married, except I fucked it up. I was driving her back to the crib after a date. She said, "You walk me to my door." I said, "Bitch, who's gonna walk me back to my door?" Never knew. She was like, "I'm done with this nigga."
Jeez. I'm gonna use that. I'm stealing that one. That's fucking hilarious. No, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
So, but I've always enjoyed my mom was a crazy Latin woman, so I've always been attracted to crazy Latin women. You know, they say you marry your mom, so.
I hope that shit's not true. My mom is. I love my mom to death. Oh my God, I cannot handle my mother. KK, we met your mom.
Yeah, my mom a firecracker.
Beautiful woman, but jeez, I thought KK was vulgar.
I'm getting better. She's never trying to get better.
Oh man, so we did a podcast with our moms.
She cusses like.
Oh man,
she cusses. You think she was Bernie Mac? Or she cuss like Bernie Mac?
So KK's mother said we were talking. And we were talking about dating, and she said, "All right, guys, so how many times does 22 go into 60?" She said, "However many times it wants to." KK was red. He was so
I
embarrassed.
don't want to hear you talk about fucking kids. 22 is
My mom was fucking crazy. My mom was 16 when she had me. She said no sense.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what she was doing. So it was a whole crazy situation. But when she passed, we went to the funeral, and this bothers me about people when they die. Like, first off, if you take a picture with your mom on the hospital bed with all the fucking tubes in her, you take that picture with you like, "I'm over here with my mom." I want to beat your ass.
I hate that shit.
I hate that shit. I'm gonna tell you what. If I'm ever in the deathbed and one of my kids does that, I'm gonna haunt that little motherfucker for the rest of his life. I'm gonna knock shit over in his house. I'm gonna knock pictures over. I'm gonna straight ghost that motherfucker forever. Cause that's just disrespectful. But what bothers me more than anything is when motherfuckers forget all the bullshit you did in your life when you die. Like, I've seen motherfuckers go to a funeral. I seen a funeral, they had a picture, kid, it said, "Rest in heaven, little Ray Ray." The only picture they had of little Ray Ray, he had 2 teardrops coming down his eye, gold grill, 2 fucking guns like this, smiling. And it said, "Rest in heaven, little Ray Ray." And I was like, motherfucker, Ray Ray didn't go to heaven.
That's not where he's going.
So when my mom passed, the priest was doing all that shit about Isabella was such a wonderful woman. She was a mother. She was a sweetheart. And I said, "Yo, I need a couple minutes to retort, dog, because I don't know who the fuck you talking about. That was not my mom." Crazy bitch. So,
man,
you know, it always bothers me that when people they did the same thing when George Bush died. Oh, he was a great. No, he was. He was a motherfucker. Fuck him.
That's the guy I was gonna bring up. When George Bush died, I was like, guys, you understand who just died? Like, George Sr. was a fucking racist bastard prick. Like,
right.
He was the worst fucking president in the modern era.
Died, everybody's like, "Oh, he was such a humanitarian." No, he wasn't. He was a motherfucking racist.
The fucking worst.
Right. And then as soon as he died, everybody's like, "Well, you know, we're in the memory of George Bush, who was one of the." Fuck you. He was a jagoff. And when he died, I didn't give a fuck. When Prince died, I pulled my car over. I cried a little bit. When George Bush died, I threw a party, dog. I was naked in the street just dancing like, fuck, one of them motherfuckers gone. Let's get the rest of them bitches. All of them.
Slapping your dick on every woman named Barbara.
Hell
Like,
yeah,
fuck it.
yeah, just slap on the head. But it bothers me that when people die, all of a sudden you forget all the bullshit they did in life. They're like, oh,
He was such a good dude.
fuck that.
Nah, fuck that. I think when didn't Rush Limbaugh die recently?
5 people.
Yeah.
When Rush Limbaugh died, everyone had this lot of. I was on Facebook. I was like, guys, this is fucking Rush. Like, what are we doing right now?
Damn ball. Like, who gives a fuck about Rush Limbaugh's in hell right now, sucking the devil's balls?
Cradling, caressing him.
Yeah,
like,
for all the bullshit he did while he was up here.
like I never understood that shit. So, I guess Prince was big for you when you heard about his death. However you feel about Prince's death is how I felt about Kobe's.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can understand that.
And
when Michael Jackson died, that was a really hard moment. Because I grew up with Michael, and Michael was like, the one. He was just the best ever. But then Prince, I got to see Prince live.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I got to see Prince do the White Tour, man, on that white piano. And I'm telling you, man, it blew him into it. Because I saw the Off the Wall tour with Michael Jackson. That's how old I am. I was at the Off the Wall tour with Michael Jackson. Then when I got to see the White Tour, Prince was just a complete showman. It was one of the best shows I'd ever seen in my life. And when he died, it was a crushing moment.
You looked Prince in his eyes, didn't you?
I looked Prince right in his eyes and fell in love. Yes,
That's why he's number one. They say don't do that shit, bro. They say don't ever look at. Don't do that.
My nipples the whole time, looking on my nipples while he was singing.
In your chaps.
And my chaps.
With the ass out. Who would win? No, so you went to a Prince concert and you went to a Michael Jackson concert. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I saw. Best concert I ever saw was Earth, Wind and Fire. At University of Champaign Urbana, and then I got to see Prince. I saw Michael Jackson. I saw George Michael. And the Tramps. I did the whole YMCA with the Tramps. The Casey and the Sunshine Band and Village People at one concert. It was one of the most. It was the most fun I ever had.
Yeah, but everyone's out there fucking in the crowd. Going to a Prince concert and a Michael Jackson concert in your lifetime, you're like a very small minority.
Yeah.
Like as someone who. Go ahead.
Those concerts, if you ever got a chance to see him, though, you had to take it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because I was watching Michael my whole life.
Did you cry?
It was one of those moments where I was sitting there going, I can't believe I'm actually watching Michael Jackson, but no, I didn't cry.
I would have cried. I would have cried. In a versus, who's winning, Michael or Prince?
Prince.
Really?
If it's up to me, yeah. Because
you look in his eyes.
But I'll tell you what, I just recently downloaded like a Michael Jackson anthology album, and Mike had some shit that I forgot all about, man. Like you play, all of a sudden it'll play, and you're like, yeah, man, I forgot about that fucking song. Mike was prolific, man.
Jackson 5 Mike or adult solo Mike?
Adult solo Mike.
I really fuck with Baby Mike.
Adult Mike is better.
Who?
Adult Mike is way better.
Lyrics wise, he was a poet.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that about the lyrics of certain singers. Like Kurt Cobain was another one. He was a poet.
Kurt Cobain was super dope.
Yeah, I love to hear his words because his words, the music is great, but the words is what it really changes. It makes the music even more prolific. More.
I have an 11 and a 12-year-old, so I've been kind of trying to get them to listen to like actual lyrics. So I have them listening to Pearl Jam, like not just Black. I have them listen to Queen, just so they can get like rounded with music and diverse. They're listening to Christopher Williams. They'll sing when don't wake me when they're asleep. So it's kind of cool just, bringing them on because the music they have out nowadays is bullshit in my opinion.
I like my 18-year-old son now. He's very eclectic with his music, but he really is into Tracy Chapman, and I kind of dig that about him. And we walk around the house. I'm like, give me a little. Talking about a revolution. And he got his headphones like, talking about a revolution. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, there you go, boy.
Yeah.
That should make you feel good. Like I did that. I didn't raise a good one. That shit makes me proud every time my daughters will sing some old school shit. And my school.
I'm into Elvis still because of my mom. I know every Elvis song. I got Elvis on my phone.
I never got into Elvis.
My mom listened to Elvis religiously, so as a kid, I heard it all the time. So I'm into Elvis.
I tried to listen to the Beatles also when I was training my daughters to get into some music. I never really fucked with the Beatles neither. Like I tried to. I don't think their music translated well.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Well, it depends on which songs because the Beatles were even like Queen was the same way. They didn't just do rock and roll. They did like other shit. I mean, they did the disco during the disco era. The Queen was able to do. Bohemian Rhapsody is just one of those songs that I don't even understand how he came up with the concept of it.
That song, in my opinion, is the best song ever written. Out of any song, you pick any song in the world that was ever written. I don't think there's any one song better than Bohemian Rhapsody.
And where do you come up with the idea of bringing a band and not just a band but an orchestra in the background and then playing opera music while that album is a trip, A Night at the Opera, but that's the kind of music that I like. I like when it's like when it means something.
Yeah.
That's the way I like my music.
No, I'm on that shit too. Now listen, real quick. I have some before we end and let you go. Not because I want to, but Mr. Kelvin, my daughter has a game and my daughter has practice.
Yeah, I gotta get.
This whole fathering shit fucks up life. I could be jackboning two bitches right now. I'm just joking. But so we have this hot seat. We're gonna get you on the hot seat. We have 14 questions we're gonna ask you. We're not gonna have time. We're not doing nothing crazy like that, but just to see what you say. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, would you still date your significant other, whom is your fiance of 5 years, if you just found out that she sexed 120 people in the last 10 years prior to meeting you?
No.
There you go, Kelvin. Obama or Trump?
Yeah, that's not even a fucking question, dog. I mean, Obama, of course. There's nothing about Trump at all that I would ever fucking agree to, ever, except maybe an execution.
High five. And his wife. I'd bone her.
Yeah.
Who is uglier, dark-skinned or light-skinned people?
Yeah, that's not a fair question.
Is there a such thing as having a bad hair?
Yes.
LeBron or Jordan? Come on, Chicago.
Jordan! Come on.
Thank you. 2 guys and 1 girl, a threesome or a train?
Threesome.
2 girls and 1 guy, a threesome or a train?
Threesome.
Marry, date, kill. Lizzo, Oprah, Whoopi.
All right. Lizzo. I'd marry Oprah because of the money. I'd have to kill Whoopi. Yeah, because there ain't no way I'm fucking Whoopi. There ain't no reason in the world to have sex with Whoopi, so I'd marry Lizzo. I'm good.
I'm the only one that's fucking Whoopi, huh?
Yeah, I'm not fucking Whoopi, dog. Did you see her in Color Purple? The guy got off her. He was fucking about to nut, and he saw her face and said, I can't do this. Yeah.
It was in the script. He would have really did it if he liked her. Describe Will and Jada in one phrase.
Crazy.
How do you spell acceptable?
I don't.
Painting and fleeting. One term is cleaning out your bowels before anal sex. The other one is releasing your bowels during anal. Which is which? Painting and fleeting.
I have no fucking idea. I mean, painting and fleeting. I would say fleeting is the one where you empty your bowel.
Before or during?
During.
Fleeting is when you do it before.
Okay.
Painting is when you do it like during, like while you're doing it. That's weird.
Okay.
If a woman asks you to spit in her mouth during sex, what would your reaction be?
Is she fine?
She is.
Not Whoopi, I might do it.
She's a 6. She is Miss Shepherd, Kiki Shepherd before the makeup.
I mean, if that's what's gonna make it get her to where she needs to be, yeah, I'll do whatever she needs me to do. I mean, you want me to spit in your mouth? I'll spit in your mouth. You want me to blow up your ass? I'll blow up your ass. What you want me to do, girl? Let's do this.
Really? You're
Whatever
freak.
it takes. I'm that freak. I'll get you to the top of the mountain no matter what it takes. I'll bring tools. I'll bring belts, vegetables. I'll bring fucking vegetables.
Man and woman's. If a man and woman's economic situation is the exact same, who is responsible for buying the plan B, the man or the woman?
I say we take turns. I get it this time. You get it next time.
Nigga has a whole medicine cabinet full of plan Bs just in case.
You did that. I did last time.
Yeah, just in case.
I got plan triple B.
What is the most irresponsible thing you have ever done?
Oh my God.
Do
I stole a couple of Ativan pills from an old nursing when I was a nurse, from an old lady. She didn't use them. She never took them. But at the time, it was Xanax. Xanax. I was like, you know what? I want to try this shit here. I heard about this Xanax. So I said, a couple of those pills out of her thing. She never used them, so nobody missed it.
How was it?
It was good. It was like smoking the best joint you ever smoked. You like sit there and you just sit back like this. Yeah, that's why the old people don't give a fuck at the nursing homes no more.
That's funny. Those are questions from our show. So during our shows, we just have random conversation. As we are socially irresponsible, we have the most irresponsible conversations at times. So we like to kind of see people's input on the shit that we've talked about. KK has a number. The first one came from a conversation with him. If you've 45, what is it, like 35 or something like that?
Yeah, I don't do the hundreds and shit. If you fuck 100 people, you don't need me.
Yeah.
No doubt.
You don't need a part of me.
Yeah, he's
No.
Hell no, but thanks for asking.
I'm not a Dalmatian, baby. I'm not gonna be number 101, baby. No.
This nigga's dick has standards and shit. But anyway, man. So once again, we have Mr. Alex Ortiz on the horn with us. Once again, thank you. Where is he going to be at one more time?
He's going to be at Upstage Comedy Lounge. It's 4441 Walsham Road. It's Friday, April 1st, 9 o'clock. Saturday, it'll be 2 shows, 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Get your tickets at certifiedfunnycomedy.com. Alex Ortiz.
Which show do you prefer when you have two like that? The first one or the later one?
Honestly, the shows, they're all pretty much, it doesn't really matter which one it is. The later one is usually more drunk.
Yeah.
They come in later, they're usually a little more rowdy, a little more drunk. The first show is more apt to listen to what you got to say.
Okay.
The second show is more likely to be rowdy, and you got to have to calm motherfuckers down. You're going to get hecklers in that crowd. So, yeah, the first show is usually the easier one. But the second show is probably more fun because then I get to lose my mind and have, once we get to a certain point and the crowd starts to lose it, we all lose it together, then we're just having a ball.
Yeah, I like the second one myself. It feels like it doesn't have no time at the end, so you can just go off, and if it's filling a crowd, that's when y'all just go in, and I love that. What so you're coming? Who is anyone opening for you or?
I'm not sure. Beast Book is doing the whole thing, so you'd have to check the flyers. I'm sure there's gonna be somebody opening for me.
Shit, they told you to show up. You're gonna show up and get paid and leave, get the fuck out of here, huh?
That's what I do. Yes, sir.
It makes sense. What do you want to leave us with, man, Mr. Ortiz?
Check out check them out my YouTube. I got a song I wrote called Monster Smash. It's on iTunes. It's a takeoff. Remember that movie song Monster Mash, the Halloween song?
Uh-huh.
They did the Monster Mash. Well, I do a whole version where I'm having sex with all these like monsters. It's a video now, so I'm having sex with like Wolf Girl and Vampirella, and it's a whole takeoff of that. If you get a chance, check that out. It was kind of fun to do.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna post it.
A movie on iTunes called I Am Gangster. If you get a chance, take a look at that.
I Am Gangster and his spinoff on the Monster Mash. We'll get those. Go ahead.
Monster Smash.
Monster Smash. We're gonna get those. We'll post those on our platform. And then again, shit, y'all check it out, man. Make sure y'all show up next weekend, correct?
Yeah.
At Upstage Comedy Lounge. Dope show, and it's a dope facility as well. One of the only black clubs here in the country, black owned, black ran, and just come check it out. Good time, good support, good love, and come watch Mr. Alex Ortiz.
Come check it out. Back where I belong, back in the black clubs.
There you go. Well, thank you once again, Mr. Ortiz. Well, what is your shirt size? We're gonna give you some merch to get up out of here, and a bottle of Hennessy when you get here.
Large.
Okay. Any color? Black, or you like the pretty pinks? What you want?
Black is good.
Black will work. Okay, well, we'll have you taken care of. So once again, thank you for wrapping it up with us for about an hour.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate the chance to do it.
No problem. We'll see you when you get in town. All right.
Be safe, man.
All right. Peace. All right. So anyway, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Niggas, we still on? Thank you for tuning in. Anyway, Alex Ortiz is going to be here in town next weekend. What's the date on that?
The 1st and the 2nd.
The 1st and the 2nd. Make sure y'all go to one more time, Kay.
CertifiedFunnyComedy.com. I'm out. I gotta go.
There you go. So we out this bitch, man. Thank y'all for everything. Peace.